Lord Robert and the Kingdom of Dreams. Lord Robert? The hell?
Huh? Oh.
I guess Rob would be Robert then? I don't know.
Where am I? How did I get here? I can't remember a thing. Ah!
Okay.
Jings! Is that... No, it can't be. It is. It's her. Fresh from the pages of the Ogler's Digest and large as life.
I guess it's just Rob, Serena, and Veronica that would be left.
I haven't the first clue what's going on around these parts. But I reckon I could do worse than ask a lassie here. Well, Rob, what are you waiting for? She'll no hang around forever while you pluck up what little courage you have left. Yoo-hoo! Have you a moment to spare for a sweet, harmless old man, hen?
Okay. We're the old dude now.
Whoa!
Go to the bunny girl. I wonder if what's his name is on the monster list. The monster mush. The monster mush. Didn't you know? I just hiccuped. Oh, and then those three enemies, I forgot about them. Skelegon. Dragonhorn, Big Boner. Monsters born from a certain spell is cast on the bones of a long-dead dragon. Completely loyal to the sorcerers that bring them to life, they will follow any order unflinchingly. Cool. They've got blue eyes and such. Bum bum bum. And such. Defeated. Ah. Vicious Chihuahua Worm. Fine Fur Dragonhorn. Chihuahua worms driven to dangerous extremes by the dark power of the Lord of Shadows. That was an exaggerated hiccup. Fun fact, it was a fake hiccup. Dun 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 dun. Wah. Defeated. Ding ding. Okay, Dragon Rider. Dragonhorn, Dragonsbane. Monstrous soldiers who ride astride dragons and get along so well with their steeds that they're as good as inseparable. Dragon Rider, not exactly Common Rider, but I suppose it works. Woohoo! Take that! And that! It's like we're playing Drakengard or something. Defeated. Flurry of sticks and such. Summon 4 gods. Indignus, dragon armor. Okay. The spectral sentinel who laid havens above to waste. The armor that envelops his fulsome frame is imbued with all of the wickedness of a wildly destructive dragon. He's tall. He might even be taller than me. That's saying something. Bum bum bum. Do 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 do. Pursuit. Ki. Bam! He just like throws it. It's a boomerang and such. He doesn't have a death animation. And why would he? That wouldn't make much sense. Cool boogie. Nah. I'm a short old man now. Hey, come back here. Hammer spin. Uh-oh.
Hey? What just happened?
No.
Come on!
This can't be. But it is. It's Dundrasil, just as it once was.
Blazing dynamo.
Looking sharp, Your Majesty.
The hell?
Ah, my old robes. But how? What in the world's going on? Would you care to enlighten me, lassie?
Double punch.
Walk this way.
Walk this way. Talk this way. You know what I'm talking about? My bunny-eared pal headed off in the direction of the throne room, assuming this is the real Dundrasil castle, that is. Well, that's as good of a place as any to head for, I suppose. I'll see what the folks on the way have to say for themselves. I'm an old man who's probably like 3'6" or something. Yay! Head for the throne room while speaking with your subjects along the way. I'm the king, apparently. Forgive me, Your Majesty, but I cannot allow you to proceed. There's a private meeting in progress. Okay. I'm sure. My God. This freaking maid's taller than I am. It's sad. Oak, what's the matter, Your Majesty? You look like you've seen a ghost. Anyway, should you be heading for the throne room? You've an important audience, as I understand it. If you're late, the Chief Minister will have your guts for garters. You damn right. Are you busy, Your Majesty? When you finish whatever it is you're doing, let's play hide and seek again. If I'm good and practice hard, I'll grow up to be as big and strong as Sir Erwin, won't I, Your Majesty? Sure, why not? I knew it. I cannot wait to grow up now. Oh, well, if I cannot be as tough as the toughest knight in the kingdom, I'll have to make do with second toughest. Look at me go. I'm a short old man. My God. How you doing? Good day to you, Your Majesty. It's another peaceful day in the wonderful kingdom of Dundrasil, and we owe it all to your enlightened rule. Now, to business. Drop in a save. Do 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 do. Yeah. How you doing, Mr. Green Knight? Your Majesty, please wait. One of the ministers was looking for ye. He said ye should head to the throne room. I don't care what he said. I'll kick his ass. Kind of like Hasty Steve playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Throne room's over there, but, you know, we want to check things out. Oh, we can't go down there. Feeling peckish, Your Majesty. Off to the kitchen on one of your wee snack hunts. Well, I'll not tell ye your business, you being king and all, but I'd stay up here if I were ye. One of the ministers informs me that there's something very important afoot. That's a shame. How you doing? So the throne room is through that door over there. If you head inside and turn left, you'll find... Oh, it's you, Your Majesty. Well, you don't need me telling you your way about your own palace. You'll have to forgive me. I'm new here, you see. It's his first day on the job and such. Open that goddamn door. How you doing? Only the Baba Verdria. That's a shame. Good day, Your Majesty. The Chief Minister is waiting for ye in front of the throne. Just head straight and you'll see him. I know where the throne is, you freaking nincompoop. I'm running! I'm an old man running! Ha ha! Oh, there ye are, Your Majesty. The Chief Minister is waiting for ye by your throne. Perhaps you can retire to your chambers after you've spoken with him. Oh, and do not worry. I've been keeping a careful eye on your fine collection of gentlemen's literature. The maids won't be throwing it away on my watch. Ho 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 ho! Roshi style. How you doing? I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Princess Eleanor would tear strips off of me if I let anyone into her private chambers. You just missed her, actually. I wonder where she was off to. No. Don't ask me, he. Which way, you say? So he's finally summoned the courage to do it, has he? Oh, Your Majesty, I didn't see you there. Hasty Steve's now playing Tales of Zestiria. Can't seem to make up his mind. I hope you're keeping well. I've heard he's finally gonna do it. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Oh, Your Majesty, we were just discussing, nothing. Last night's football game. Right. All hail King Robert. I guess Rob is short for Robert then, huh? Your Majesty, is it my imagination or is your crown particularly resplendent today? It serves off your regal whiskers to a T. Does it now? That's pretty sexy, I'm not gonna lie. Your Majesty, I have to compliment you on your fine choice of cloaks. The one you picked today radiates authority like nobody's business. Okay. You can't change your outfit right now, you dirty son of a bitch. How you doing? Ah, there you are, Your Majesty. Geez, you're shorter than I am. Poor guy. I've been looking for you everywhere. You must remember me telling you that I had an important audience scheduled. Random cat in the window. I'm not up to that video yet. It's almost time. Hurry on over to your throne and prepare yourself. Okay. You've no business with the Queen's throne just now, Your Majesty. Hurry on over to your own. Quickly, they'll be here any moment. Okay.
Huh? But...
This morning I actually watched the random orange drink video.
I trust you are well, Father.
Yep.
Eleanor, Erwin, it really is you. And you're young again. What's going on?
Your Majesty, please forgive my insolence in seeking a personal audience with you today.
Erwin R. Shyster, IRS.
I come before you not as the head of the Princess's Honor Guard, but as my own man.
What? I mean, very well. State your business.
I don't know. I like them all pretty much.
You see, the thing is,
Come on, Erwin. Spit it out, sir.
I wish to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Oh.
Erwin.
And though I am but a soldier, and all too aware of my own lowly position, nevertheless I must persist. For there is one thing of which I am certain. My sword arm is steadfast, and my heart unwavering. There is no man alive who will love, honor, and protect your daughter as I can.
You goddamn right, bitches.
Oh.
Your Majesty, I place my fate in your hands. Will you allow me to continue to serve and protect your daughter, not as the head of her honor guard, but as her dutiful and loving husband?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
I can hardly turn you down after that little performance, can I, laddie? And to tell you the truth, I always had an inkling you two might one day be wed.
Oh, Father.
It's up to you now, Erwin. Don't disappoint me. You hear?
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you.
The apartment tour. Do 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 do.
Hooray!
Huh? 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 Crevens! Where do you spring from, lassie? And where's everybody gone?
Nope. I live in a house. Let's see, I think I've moved 3 times since then.
Did you enjoy your little trip down memory lane? Well, it's not over yet.
So much better. This is actually a pretty nice house. Follow the bunny girl out of the throne room. Your Majesty, what are you doing here at a time like this? What's that? You were just in the middle of giving Queen Eleanor and King Erwin permission to marry. Are you sure you're alright? It's to be expected, I suppose. The lucky father-to-be himself rushed out in a panic not too long ago. Honestly, the both of you are as bad as one another. Excuse me? What are you talking about, sir? I'm just a short old man. Your Majesty, is everything alright? You're looking a wee bit befuddled, if you didn't mind me saying so. What's that ye say? Queen Eleanor and King Erwin lost forevermore? Oh, come now. It's the nerves talking, that's all. Speaking of nerves, the father-to-be seems more than just a little jumpy himself. He went flying out of the throne room not long ago like a man possessed. I cannot be the only one with an itchy nose, can I? Ah, Your Majesty, it's almost time. I bet you cannot wait to meet your new grandchild. It'll be the bunniest baby ever born, I'm sure of it. Fun. Fun, 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 fun. Hey, we can go in here now. The calm before the storm. Do 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 do. I'm jumping on the bed like an old man with a severe lack of height. How you doing? Achoo! Forgive me, Your Majesty. The maid who brings you dinner dropped a pot of pepper, and now I cannot stop sneezing. I just hope none of it drifts into the Queen's room. I'm sure she's having a hard enough time of it already. Achoo! That's too bad. Sage's elixir. Stop it. This is my bedchamber, goddammit. Apparently I just got a regular bed. It's not like a fancy regal bed. That's pretty funny. It looks like an old diary of Rob's. Rob takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. Ever since the day I ceded the throne to young Erwin, the lad has poured his heart and soul into making Dundrassel the greatest kingdom it can possibly be. He was never raised as royalty, and I must admit, I shared some of my subjects' doubts about whether or not he was truly suited to rule at first. But now I know I made the right choice. He soon gained their trust and respect, and mine as well. The entire nation is united behind him. My dear Eleanor has made a very fine choice of husband indeed, which means I can get on with enjoying my retirement. What was that? Taking out Gage. Good lord. That was a pretty shitty video. No. Denied. Your Majesty, the Queen needs quiet and rest right now, and plenty of it. I know you want to see her, but please give her some space. What's that? You just gave them permission to wed? Your Majesty, I understand you're anxious, but please get a grip on yourself. There you are, Lord Robert. I was hoping I might have a chance to speak with you about something before the child was born. Before the child was born? Well now, so it's the day of my grandson's birth, is it? Now there's a thing. Your Majesty. Sorry, lad, you were saying there was something you wanted to discuss. Aye, it's the child's name. I've been having trouble thinking of anything suitable. Somebody suggested Hasty Stephen, but that would be a huge mistake. So much trouble that it's been distracting me from everything else, if I'm honest. I was wondering if you might see your way to reprising your role as king for a wee while, so I can have some time to think it over. Sure. Thank you so much. You'll not have much to do, I promise. There are just 2 items on the agenda for today. 10 million craps. The first is something you're more than used to, receiving those who seek a royal audience and giving them counsel. The Chief Minister will be on hand to help you with the most pressing issues. The second is to make the rounds of the castle and assist anyone who needs your aid. The idea of the king aiding his subjects directly was, of course, something you yourself initiated during your reign. I'll be by the fountain downstairs. It's where I do my best thinking. Once you've taken care of the day's business, please come and find me. I'm truly grateful to you for agreeing to do this. Okay. So I imagine it's kind of like optional stuff with Sylvando. And then you go to Robert when you're done and such. Your Majesty, the king has apprised me of the situation. If you would be so kind as to take a seat on the throne when you're ready to begin discharging your royal duties. You said duty. You will be welcoming visitors from other kingdoms and dealing with various matters of state, both trivial and momentous. King Erwin will be deeply grateful for any assistance you can offer. I am sure. And speaking personally, it'll be a pleasure to work with you again, Your Majesty. Shut up, dude. Hang about. This isn't where the king parks his backside. He sits on the next one over. It's been so long I'd clean forgotten. Excuse me. This is the seat from which the king performs his royal duties. Sit down and get to work? You damn right. We got work to do. Now, let us commence with today's itinerary. As you know, your role is to hear out those who come before you and use your wisdom to give counsel as the representative of the Crown of Dundressel. Your Majesty, first let me express to my gratitude for granting me this audience. I have traveled all the way from the kingdom of Sniffleheim to seek it. Is that Snorzy? The matter I wish to bring before you today has been greatly exercising the ruler of my land. Excuse me, wow. He very much desires to seek the counsel of the Crown of Dundressel, paragon of peace and prosperity. Go on. It regards a royal treasure that has been handed down from generation to generation of our royal line. It is known as the Blue Orb, and alas, it has vanished, presumed stolen. King Gustav has used every means at his disposal to try to identify the thief and recover this most precious heirloom, but to no avail. However, a list of likely culprits has been identified, 4 to be precise. Sadly, there is insufficient evidence to conclusively identify the thief, and so we find ourselves at an impasse. I bet Hasty Stephen took it. Rat bastard. So you need to whittle down your list of suspects, but you've no clear means by which to do so. Alright, let's have a wee think. The first thing is to identify the likely motive. What reason might a person have to want to get their mitts on the Blue Orb? For the money. A treasure like that would bring in a pretty penny, I'll warrant. Aye. That'll be why the thief did it. Now, next. We've to consider the matter of means. You cannot just walk in off the street and help yourself to the pride of the royal treasure house. So what kind of person could have done it? A master of disguise. Not sure if it changes anything if you choose different things, but you never know. Aye, that'll be it. The thief must have been disguised himself as a guard or such like, and strolled right on in without anyone looking at him twice. Which leads me to conclude that our culprit is an experienced professional thief. Go back and line up your suspects. Tell them that the orb they stole was a fake, and that whoever took it must have been an amateur and a fool. Any innocent party will surely see the funny side, but one person certainly won't crack a smile. The veteran whose skills you've called into question. A marvelous display of deductive reasoning, Your Majesty. With your blessing, I shall return to Sniffleheim and inform King Gustav of your counsel. This is your final judgment on the matter, I take it? Yes, indeed. The kingdom of Sniffleheim owes you a great debt, Your Majesty. I shall journey back there immediately and share your shrewd insights with the king. Damn right. The envoy from Sniffleheim hurries home, looking very pleased indeed. I must commend you on your wise counsel, Lord Robert. Your advice will doubtlessly lead to an unmasking of the rogue who stole the treasure. Now, shall we move on to the next matter? Very good, Your Majesty. Then without further delay, let me present you with the next problem requiring your attention. Now what? The Sultan of Gallopolis salutes the mighty kingdom of Dundressel and all its people and sends this, a missive penned by his most exalted hand. Ahem. Your Majesty, I trust that this message finds you well. Words of the continued triumphs and glories of your kingdom reaches us on a daily basis. In truth, I write seeking your counsel for this very reason. As you may know, the Sultanate has suffered a prolonged heat wave. Well, you do live in the desert, not the desert. The land is parched, and we fear for this year's harvest. As ruler of a realm of plenty, I beseech you, share with us the secrets of your prosperity, that we might avert disaster. I await your reply by return of rider. Your humble servant, the Sultan of Gallopolis. The message ends here. I do not wish to pressure you, your majesty, but His Excellency the Sultan was most desirous of a swift response. It sounds like they've got themselves in a pretty pickle over there, eh? You know, 'cause I'm Canadian. Well, I'd better see what I can do to help then, hadn't I? Drought prevention advice, eh? Can't say it's a problem we've ever faced over this way, if I'm honest. Well, let's start with the basics, shall we? If I'm to write a reply, I'll need to decide on the tone of the letter first. Unfailing gracious. Aye, that's probably the best way to go, eh? Now to the tricky part. What to do in a drought? Let's weigh up the options. Offer some conventional wisdom. Think outside the box. Offer some conventional wisdom. Right, that's it. I've got it! I've come up with a new recipe. I mean, what? Quick, take this down before I forget it. My dear Sultan, I understand that your country is at risk of a terrible drought. Well, fear not, for help is at hand. We would be only too happy to open our storehouses and supply you with our surplus grain to make up for any shortfall you may suffer. Naturally, we would expect no compensation. For you are our brothers and sisters, and were we ever in the same position, we would expect no less in return. If we cannot come to one another's aid in times of strife, then truly we are lost. That's the one. Get all that written up in your best fancy handwriting on one of those nice scrolls. A marvelous missive, your majesty, if you don't mind me saying. Now, just to confirm, you're happy for me to write down what you just said and send it off to the Sultan? Indeed. Excellent. We'll send it back to Gallopolis with the writer right away. Now, shall we have them send in the next visitor? Maybe it'll be Hasty Stephen. Looking for an audience. Very good, your majesty. Then without further delay, let me present you with the next problem that requires your attention. Oh boy. What's this gonna be? There's a bear in the freaking throne room! What the hell? Can't do that on television. Can't even do that on pay-per-view. As I'm sure you're aware, there are pugilistic tournaments held regularly in the town of Octagonia where fighters from all 4 countries of the world compete to prove their worth. Naturally, there is no shortage of young hopefuls keen to represent Dundressel in the next grand event of this kind. To that end, I wish to present you with our kingdom's 3 final candidates. One of them's a bear? What the hell? Who better than a fighting man like yourself, Lord Robert, to assess their potentials? If it please your majesty, could you step forward and pick the one you think might be a champion in the making? What about the bear? A fine choice, your majesty. I knew a discerning eye like yours would sort the champs from the chaff. Your pick is brimming with brute strength. He can shred steel with his bare hands. You're picking me, are ya? That's pure dead brilliant, that is. You won't regret it. My opponents will, though. Herg, so we're good to go, aye? No. God, make up your mind. You got me all worked up there. Well, you'll regret not picking me, I'll tell you that for nothing. A typical discerning choice, your majesty. This fellow is blessed with the rarest of fighting talents, luck. He's made it through all of the qualifying bouts without conceding a round. I'm afraid I'm not exactly, but brimming with confidence, your majesty. But if you pick me, I'll cross my fingers really, really hard and hope for the best. So come on, what do you say? Nah. Oh, I don't blame you, to be honest. I mean, who picks a 97-pound weakling to represent their kingdom? Ah, well, I guess my luck finally ran out. What about the bear? An interesting choice indeed, Your Majesty. This one's a real wild one, without a shred of decency or compassion for his fellow fighter, and an animal who will stop at nothing to achieve victory. I can't bear some of the things people say about me, you know. I'm not that bad, honestly. So are you going to choose me or what? Yes. That's great, Your Majesty. Just wait till I tell the cubs. Very good, Your Majesty. But are you certain you wish to put forward an animal without a shred of mercy to represent your kingdom? Yes, I do. Well, it's your choice, I suppose. I think we can be confident of victory, at least. Surely no one will be able to stand up to our boy's unbridled savagery. Ho, ho, ho. I'm happy to report that this concludes all your royal duties for today. You said duties. Those here in the throne room, at least. But as I believe King Erwin mentioned, there may be troubled souls elsewhere in the castle who require your assistance. May I suggest that you take a little stroll around the grounds? Oh, but before you depart, allow me to say that it has been an absolute pleasure to witness you at work today. Truly it has been far too long. It's safe to say your kingly judgment is as sharp as it ever was. Good times being had here in the Mushroom Kingdom. I just hiccuped. That was a real hiccup, by the way.